Constant Thoughts, Chapter 1. The light of day shone across my face as I refused to get up from my slumber. Slowly getting up, I grabbed some clothes from the closet and paced my way to the bathroom. It was quiet. The only sounds were birds chirping and the faded echo of the shower dripping. I undressed and entered the shower. It was warm and peaceful, like an embrace of a soft touch. I closed my eyes. My mind starts to drift into a daydream, a bubbly, misty thought. But suddenly I snapped back to reality and escaped the heat of a shower, dried up with a soft towel and dressed up in my favorite clothes. Prancing an imaginary rhythm, I plopped myself on the soft bed and started up my laptop. A small yawn escaped my lips as the drowsiness was lingering in my head as the soft aesthetic crept across my room. My laptop emitted a bright light shining onto my face. I cringe at the sudden light as my eyes ease from the screen. I began booting up Minecraft. A minute has passed as Minecraft loaded. I was extremely bored, so I went to their Hypixel server. It was pretty neutral on the server, no big events going on, so I've been skipping to and from each minigame, but playing mostly Bed Wars and Sky Wars. Nothing really exciting is happening. I suddenly hear my phone buzzing from a notification. I check the notification. It was a YouTube notification from Technoblade. He's live, I thought to myself. I went to see what game he's doing. Bed Wars. So I decided to play some Bed Wars myself. I hopped onto the Bed Wars server because I had a slight motivation to play some rounds. As soon as I right-clicked, I must have seen Techno's nicked character, but it could be my imagination. When the game started, I was on the green team. Cool. Then I checked who my teammate was, and it was the one and only Techno himself. I had a minor giggle escape me, and a slight blush dust onto my cheeks. Anyways, I snapped back into the game. I bought materials to protect the bed, and of course Techno is rushing beds. Very typical of him, I thought yet again. Thinking fast, I run from the generator to the item shop, rushing the diamonds to snatch Prot 1, and lo and behold, Techno obliterated White Team from the game and destroyed Aqua Team's bed and got a kill. Ha! He's getting kills while I'm sitting here protecting the bed. A slight smile plastered itself on my face. I just giggled again. I can't be thinking like this now. My mind flustered as the thoughts circled my mind. I snapped out of my embarrassing thoughts to see Grey Team rushing our bed. I rushed as fast as I can to kill Grey before they could destroy our bed so I don't disappoint Techno. Wait, what? No, not right now. I got to protect the bed. I struggled to kill Grey Team, but I succeeded. I sighed in relief. How ironic. It seems Techno just destroyed their bed. I chuckled lightly. I swiped the diamonds and the gen, money to buy traps and sharpness whilst getting materials for the bed. As I gained some confidence, I start to build over to mid. I look up to Red looking at me and run back to the bed and watched as Red tried to build over. I rushed over to the item shop and bought a fireball to destroy their bridge, and to my luck, Techno destroyed their bed. Another coincidence, haha. I continued to take this opportunity to get them off their bridge from mid and succeeded yet again. When I looked over to Techno, it so happens that he's really close to me. Like about a gap from our base to mid. Really terrifying in a way if you were on an opposing team. At the same time, adorable. I wander deep into my own thoughts as they gradually start to consume my mind. Each time trying hard to snap out of it. Ugh, I blurted out loudly. Hope to God my roommates didn't hear anything. After a few minutes of protecting the bed, there happens to be a team left, pink, but it seems Techno has already destroyed their bed. I quickly check the stream on my phone. It looks like a game of cat and mouse. Great. I read the chat log to see that the last pink member died. So the game finally ends, and I just yawn, logged off, and started to drift off to sleep. Geez, I only lasted for a few hours and I'm already tired. After taking a nap, I begin waking up from the nap and yawned. I yank my phone from the desk on the side to read the time. 4:20 p.m. Nice. I rubbed my eyes from the tiredness overcoming my face. I slowly slumped off my bed and went to make afternoon tea as my stomach was craving food. I remember there was some leftovers, which I quickly snatched and started to munch on it, becoming more satisfied. Ah, delicious. Finally, some good fucking food, I snickered. After eating, I placed it down on the counter and decided to play some Minecraft Survival, as I had no motivation to play Hypixel. I wonder how Techno is doing. Wait, bruh, what the fuck? I yelled in my mind. My face was flushing red from that single comment. Man, I gotta stop thinking about him. Chapter 2. The thoughts have gotten the best of me. I can't do anything without thinking about him. His voice, his skills, hot elbows, it's all swirling in my head. So then I decided it was finally time. I snatched my phone and head onto Twitter to DM Techno. Trying to think of what to say, I remember I got a YouTube channel, which I post on quite often. I could use that and ask for a collab. I'm a genius. I deserve a good job award. Thank you, kind stranger, for the Reddit gold. I start to type the following. Hey, I've been watching your amazing content for a while now, and I've been wondering if we would do a collab on YouTube. It's fine if you don't want to. I just love your content, that's all. Then all I had to do was send, but I hesitated and got anxiety. Oh Lord, what if he says no? What if he thinks I'm just a fangirl? I shook my head as the thought stuck like glue. I hit send before any more could ravage my mind. Okay, time to wait. Anxiety builds up inside me and I gradually get butterflies in my stomach. I laid my phone down and tried to get my mind off of the message. I sprawled out on the bed and stared at the ceiling, trying to figure out what to do, but I keep catching myself fantasizing about him. Why all of my thoughts just him? I groaned in boredom. I yawned and looked at the window to see it's raining. The room had a soft blue gradient. It was calming, enough to make me fall asleep. My mind pondered, thinking about nothing at last. I heard a buzz from my phone. Is it him? I grabbed my phone to see a message from my best friend. I groaned again. I checked the message, and they said they were out of town. I sighed. I had no ideas on what to say, so I left it on red. Possibly another nap will take my mind off things. The next day, I sleepily wake up and look through the dark. My first objective is to grab my phone like usual, then check the time. 3 a.m. Great. I checked Twitter to see if he replied. So far, nothing. I just sighed. Then and there, I feel my phone vibrate in the palm of my hand. He replied. I just started to blush. Don't know why, but I just did. Hey, you. Sure, I'd love to do a collab with you, says Technoblade. I squealed, but tried to play it off as cool or whatever to reply back to him and not accidentally make an entire paragraph of confessing to him. Oh, wow, thank you so much. So, when would you like to do it? I then blush. Cut it out, me. I whisper-yelled to myself, but just ended up with a small chuckle and a smile. Probably next week, I guess, says Technoblade. All right, talk to you then, you say. All right, time to relax until next week, I semi-whisper yelled. I definitely don't want a noise complaint. Not again, anyways. I decided to play some Hypixel minigames to add from my cheery mood. I couldn't help but get all giddy. Lamau, I gotta stop being a big fangirl. I instantly joined Skyblock to rank up, since I haven't played in a while. I noticed that best friend had joined, so I offered to play with them, but they refused. They usually accept, but whatever. I gave them some space because I didn't want to pay too much mind, since I had to focus on leveling up. Gamers rise up. I noticed something off about my best friend. I kept seeing them for a split second, but hey, could be a coincidence. I shrugged it off. Hours later. I feel tired, yet sleep is the least of my concern. It's currently 9 p.m. and I'm starting to get hungry. I walk over to the fridge and check inside. Nothing good, only snacks, all right by me. I snatched a few bags so I could eat them before my awaiting rest. I quickly ate up all the snacks and lied down calmly, but something felt off. I feel comfortable. I can't sleep, yet I feel tired. I stare blankly at the wall. No thoughts, no worries, no yawn, fear. I ended up almost falling asleep, but no luck. It was cold, colder than usual. I attempted to grab my phones a few times until I succeeded. 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 12 degrees Celsius. Great. I groan and roll over. I decided to scroll through Twitter to find any tea or clout, of course, but unfortunately found none. I yawned in response. Why can't I just fall asleep? I groaned softly. Chapter 3. Almost a week later. Alright, tomorrow is the day I collab with Techno. I was filled to the brim with glee. I had stars in my eyes. I was extremely giddy for some reason. Man, I became such a fangirl over him over the past few days. I just giggled at the thought. A vibrant blush appeared on my face. Wait, my setup is not ready. Shit! I quickly cleaned up my setup so it's actually playable. I opened OBS to get prepared for tomorrow, but then I felt my pocket buzz. It was a message from Techno. Hey, just checking if you're capable of doing the collab, says Techno. Yep, still am, says you. Alright, great. Is 2 p.m. tomorrow a good time? Asked Techno. Yep, I can fit that in. Well, see you then, you say. Cool, yeah, talk to you some more on Hypixel, says Technoblade. The way he worded it made me blush hardcore. It really looks like a date if you take away him asking about the collab. My face got hot. I closed my eyes and sigh from all the redness, but a smile grew on my face as it happened. I plopped back onto my bed to be lazy and play some Minecraft as usual. I went to play some Bed Wars to up my game for tomorrow's collab with Techno. With many hours of practice, 900 placed blocks, what a scrub, and thousands of purchases, I was more than prepared for tomorrow. After that, I decided to go to sleep from the time I've been awake. The next day. Today is the day I finally collab with Techno. I wanted to do some more Bed Wars for good measure while I waited for 2 p.m. to arrive. I'm still anxious about my skill because, after all, I'm basically recording with Jesus Christ. After a few hours of gameplay, I checked the time to see 12:37 p.m. Heck, I'm hungry. I jogged lightly to the cabinet only to see instant noodles. If it works, it works, I shrugged. Country girls make do, I say. I dropped the block of noodles in the pot, then waited and waited. A few minutes later, and it was done, and added the flavor packet. I ended up slurping it all. Checking the time, it seemed to be 1:23 p.m. Sweet. I walked over to my desk and opened Minecraft, and basically just played Build Battle, still waiting for 2 p.m. 25 minutes later, and it was 1:48 p.m. Alright, I'll just play until he gives me a party invitation, or until he gets on. Minutes have passed, and I got a party invitation from Techno, and gladly accepted. I clicked record, tested my mic, and got on a Discord call with Techno. Hey, he chatted as I joined the call. Hardy, I replied in excitement. Okay, so Bed Wars a bit, and later some Sky Wars? Techno questioned. Yeah, sure, seems like a deal, I answered in slight glee. We did our intros, muted, unmuted, and got spawned into Bed Wars with him. Then, after 10 seconds, we got put on the red team. So, I ran to our generator, threw gold to Techno, and hoarded the iron for stone and glass. As usual, he's rushing teams, and I'm stuck with guarding the bed. I look over to the right and find Blue bridging off the diamond generator to our island. I warned, Blue team is bridging to our base. Techno replied, well, I guess I know which team to rush next. Then I ran to the generator for more iron and grabbed fireballs at the item shop. I ran back to the bed and watched as Blue tried to bridge to our base. Then I completely ruined their bridge with my fireballs. I earned their diamonds, so I bought sharpness and traps. I was about to run back to the diamond gen until I saw a white team guarding it. I slowly back off, just in case they tried to fireball or bridge over. Anyways, Techno rushed them while I, of course, protected the bed. It was like we were a power team. Wait, I can't believe I just thought of us being a couple. Who the absolute fuck thinks about that? I started blushing hard. I was getting so flustered that I didn't even notice Techno sarcastically trash-talking the other teams. Lol, not even close. Techno proudly boasted, "Oh wait, no, Green is coming after me. Rest in peace. 2v1, 2v1, yes." Getting closer to the mic, "Subscribe to Technoblade." As I heard those words, I fangirled so much, but realized I was getting too quiet in the recording. I can't be gushing over him all the time. Say something. I noticed that my left grey team was bridging over while I fixed on blue team. I ran back to the bed to defend and then swiftly sprinted to the base generator to grab gold and buy better gear for myself. I was so focused on protecting the bed from blue, I didn't even realize grey had already shown up. "Oh no, grey," I slightly sang out. A small wave of stress entered my mind. I went over to the bed, spamming left click, and somehow killed them both. Yet again I saw a blue team. This time they destroyed my bridge from the diamond generator to our base. I sighed in relief as they weren't targeting the bed. After a minute, Techno literally destroyed blue team's bed as I stalled them, tapping near my mic, whispering, "Subscribe to Technoblade. Subscribe to Technoblade." I hear him give a slight chuckle to the ASMR spoof, and in response, I just smiled, even if it was a little. After the game, we decided to play a few more rounds, but ended up having way too much fun and played more than we expected. Soon enough, we did eventually end up getting tired and having to say goodbye for now. After going to sleep, you wake up and edit and post the video. More time passed, maybe weeks. You kept in touch with Techno, and soon enough, you guys became good friends. About 4 more months, and you guys became best friends as well. Front door creaks open. "Huh?" I stood alert. "Who's there?" "I need to talk to you about something," my best friend replied. I sighed in relief. "All right, let me get into the living room," I yelled back. I walked to the living room and instantly gave my best friend a hug. "Dude, you've been gone for so long." I hugged them tight and then let go. "I know, but you have to get out of the house, like move out. Now," they warned. "Wait, what? Dude, what the hell? You just got back. Now you want me to move out?" I was shocked at the sudden words. "Just get the fuck out," they sighed. I felt paralyzed, but I just casually looked down. "All right, fine." I sighed in disbelief, walked over to my room, and just looked around before packing. But where do I go? Where do I live? More questions than answers filled my head while anxiety was planning a stealth attack. I grabbed my laptop, charger, phone, clothes, and other stuff I needed. I grabbed my phone to find any hotels to stay at, but a notification from Technoblade came up instead. "Hey, how are you doing?" Technoblade asks. "Not good at the minute. I just got kicked out, you say." "Oh, dude, you need a place to stay. I mean, I can sleep in the living room," Techno responds. "Wait, really? Thank you so much," you say. "Yeah, no problem. Here's my address. 420 Owo Uwu Lane 69696, Technoblade response.